Hey everyone, Random Randy here. This is going to be my second Miss MuscleBox unboxing video. It's probably going to be my last one for a while because as much as I love the products and it's an awesome value, I just can't afford to spend the extra 30 bucks every month right now. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to do so again. But from doing a little more research into the average value of the contents of the box for anybody who's interested, all of the stuff that comes in one of these usually totals about $75+ worth of product, and you're only paying $30 less if you get in on one of their extra coupon sign up deals, like, oh, if you sign up now you get a free shaker bottle that's worth $30, or sign up now and save an extra 10 bucks, stuff like that. So it's definitely worth it if you are a fitness product user on the regular, or if you want to get into better shape and feel like starting off with some good products is a good place to start. So anyway, to the actual unboxing stuff. And after I show you all of the stuff in here, I am going to talk a little bit about why this is such a big deal for me and why physical fitness has become such a big part of my life again. So if you're interested in that, I'll put timestamps down below. If you're really not particularly interested in the products and you just want to hear my story and all of the things that I've gone through so far, I'll put a timestamp in the description box below the video. And yeah, so anyway, here we go with the goodies. I haven't opened this yet. I just cut the tape, so it's as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. And you're gonna get to actually see it first. Ooh, stuff. And this one, it seems like looks like there's more stuff in here than there was last time, which is pretty cool. So, I believe this is, ooh, I don't know about that. We'll see about that. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll find out, I guess. So, the big items in here this month are the Hyperwear, which is the same brand as the magenta top that I got last time. Essentials crop top, and it is white. Does Randy look like she does white? We'll figure it out. And core sliders, which is for doing core exercises. If it'll focus at all, you'll be able to see the preview. Yeah, white crop top slider thingies. And they have a new trainer. I get all of their emails, so because my email is linked to my phone, anytime something in my email happens, my phone's like, oh my god, important things, and I look at the email and I'm like, it's only quasi-important, why are we freaking out, really? But anyway, they have this trainer. Her name is Sharni, and let me skim this real quick. It's got some new workouts that she guides you through. Yes, and it gives you workouts to do with the sliders that are in the box. So let's actually take a look at this stuff. Oh, and they've got goodies. I'm gonna have to hide these or I'm not gonna get to eat them, just like last time when Killian found the box while I was in the shower and ate half of a protein bar on me. So these are actually really good. I've had one of these before. This is Lenny and Larry's The Complete Cookie. This is a chocolate donut flavored one, and there's 16 grams of protein in this single cookie. Yum. Gonna have to hide it. This is, again, Lenny and Larry's. I've never had this. This is a complete crunchy cookies. This is double chocolate. They're like a little bite-sized snack pack thing, and it says that this has 6 grams of protein. I'm gonna have to hide these somewhere on my desk where the kids can't find them because they're chocolate, and they don't care if it's a protein product. They will consume it if it has chocolate. So, that. Ooh. There is also a coconut lip balm in here. It is the Hurrah brand. And I'm assuming that means it's all natural ingredients. Yeah. It says some of these products, portions of the product are from organic agriculture, 80% organic of total. That's pretty cool. Cruelty-free, certified vegan. I mean, it's coconut and it's lip balm. A happy camper, you really can't go wrong with either of those things when you're talking to me. Yeah. So that is the brand of that. This is the sliders. Comes in a nice little toggle bag. In action before. They're actually pretty cool. Yeah. So essentially, you put your hand or feet on these and you can move based upon what you're on, regardless of what you're on, whether it's carpet or wood floor or what have you. They're actually pretty neat. And it says that the recommended retail price on these is $23. So the cost of the box in and of itself paid for these plus. Pretty awesome deal. The boys are watching Powerpuff Girls right now. Yeah. They're excited, obviously. And this is the crop top. It actually feels mostly like cotton. Usually with athletic tops, they have that kind of spandex plasticky feel. This actually feels like it's more cotton than spandex, even though apparently it's both. All right, so it's actually a high-low top. So in the front, it's slightly shorter than the back. You can see the difference in the hemline here. It looks like it's wide enough that it'll actually fit my giant shoulders. Here, let's find out. And yes, I'm going to put it right on over my tank top because why not? As long as I don't get my lipstick on it, we're good anyway, right? Oh yeah, that's definitely a crop top. I don't know if I would wear this at the gym. I mean, I have pretty big shoulders. Maybe I should have picked the extra large for my size. I mean, yeah, it hits pretty up there. I mean, my belly button's here, so it's, yeah. I don't know. Maybe once I lose my next 10 pounds and tone up my stomach some, I'll be comfortable with this. For now, probably not a gym shirt. Probably not. It's cute. White's not really my thing though. So I like the style. I'm not sure how I feel about it being white. If it was black, definitely. If it was red, super definitely. Pretty cool though. I will make use of it for sure in one way or another, even if I just end up wearing it to bed. Be a good pajama shirt, right? Nobody's gonna see my belly. It's just gonna be me and the kids. So who cares? So that is all the stuff in the box. And it's got all the information inside. If you decide you want to get one, if you take a picture with your box and with your stuff and post it on social media, you can potentially win a free box, which would be pretty neat, because then I wouldn't have to worry about paying for it next month, would I? So yeah, that is all of the stuff that came in the box this month. And that concludes the unboxing. So if that's all you're here for, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you health and wellness and happiness on your journey. Anybody else who's sticking around to hear my fitness story and why getting back in shape is so important to me. If you don't know anything about me, if this is your first time watching any of my videos, I usually do crafty or spooky content. Sometimes I do scary story readings. Usually I do knit and crochet show and tell videos. Occasionally I do tutorials. Sometimes I'll do vlogs with my crazy children that are at the moment having fun and not killing each other. We'll see how long that lasts. Probably not terribly long. But I did take him to the playground for a while, so fingers crossed that maybe the crazy stays burned off for a little while. Maybe. Anyway, so I have had struggles with my weight and body shape my entire life. When I hit puberty, my body decided, oh hey, your eating habits haven't changed, you aren't exercising any less, but surprise, put on 50 pounds over the course of a summer, because in 5 years, maybe 6, you're going to be growing. So we're going to pack on the weight now, so eventually your bones and everything will be able to stretch. But your life for the next few years is going to be miserable, because as anybody who has been through school knows, children are not the nicest of creatures, especially once you hit those fun preteen and teen years when 90% of your social clout has to do with how you look and how you dress. So I got chubby for no reason, and nothing I did until I was 13, when I finally got sick of it and I got tired of being called names and getting poked fun at because of my body shape, which has always been very square, and I've never been busty like most girls. Once they start hitting like 12, 13, you develop. I've had 2 children now. I never developed in that way, which is fine. As an adult, I've finally come to accept that is just not the way my body is shaped, and I am finally, at age 33, accepting of the fact that I am never, ever going to have huge boobs. And I'm okay with it. Totally fine with it now, because after I'd had my second son, and they were slightly larger, as they typically are after you've given birth, made the mistake of running upstairs without a bra on, and I went, oh, gravity is horrible. I can't wait for these things to go away. So now I am so happy and excited that they are gone, and they are staying gone for a very long time, if not forever. Yeah, super, super excited about that. Never thought I'd be able to say that, because I spent so many years of my teens and early 20s wishing that I could be bigger, wishing that they were larger, because, that's society talking. Up until recently, that was one of the most important aspects of being a female, is how pretty you look in certain types of tops, and I've just never been that way. So anyway, once I hit about 13, I did a lot of research into nutrition and decided that the best thing for me to do was to extremely restrict my caloric intake. I researched exactly how many calories it would take for me to not pass out and for none of my organs to cease functioning. That meant I was eating about 900 calories on average a day. And at the time I was about 5'6", so average woman height at the time. So I decided to do that, and I ate the exact same thing every day, and I could tell you exactly what that same thing was I ate every day, because I did it for 4 or 5 months and dropped about 25 pounds, as you can expect when you go from eating about 1,800 to 2,000 calories down to 900. It's pretty big drastic difference there. But once I lost weight, then, because I was in my early teens, my body was like, oh, hey, surprise, remember that 50 pounds that you packed on because you were getting ready to grow? Well, now you're going to grow too. So I went from being average height and a little bit chubby to being 5'8" and 130 pounds. Very, very slender. Average healthy weight for me when I have the muscle tone that I like. I'm somewhere between 145 and 150-ish. So yeah, really, really skinny, awkward skinny. Like, how when you see teenage boys and they go from being kind of short and chubby, and then all of a sudden it's like somebody grabbed him by the neck and by the feet and just went and stretched them out. Yeah, that's how I felt when I was a teenager. So no matter what I did, I felt awkward and horrible in my body. On top of that, I grew up on a lake and have always been a swimmer, so I have always had a broader and more pronounced rib cage than most females do because my lung capacity is higher from training it to be so. So it makes me look even flatter on top than I am, and everything is just horrible. So after that, it took a while for me to recover, and then I ended up in a long-term relationship with a guy who preferred me to be heavier because then he didn't have to worry about other guys looking at me and finding me attractive because I was heavier. So I have stayed the same height. I'm 5'8" still and was at the time, and went from being 130 pounds to being about 185 pounds, which was a significant difference, and we were together for about 5 years when I finally broke it off with him. And about 6 months later, lost all of the weight again. Went back down to about 130-ish, but it was in a healthy way this time because I was going to the gym and hanging out with healthier people, so we were eating better even when we were eating junk food, which is the best type of thing to do. You surround yourself with people who you want to be like. It's the best way to move yourself forward when you can't seem to do it completely on your own. So there was that, and not too long after that, I met my now ex-husband, and we dated for about a month, and he proposed to me. And then a few weeks later, I was pregnant. And 2 babies later, here we are. On delivery day for both of my kids, I was 211 pounds, which is the heaviest I have ever been in my entire life. And it did not feel good. My frame is not made to hold that much weight. I don't like that it made my hips hurt, it made my back hurt, just everything ached from all of that extra drag from gravity. So, in between having Hunter, who is my older son, he's going to be 7 in January, and having Killian, who will be 5 in November, they're just under 2 years apart. In between having them, I lost 30 of the 60 pounds I had gained while I was pregnant with Hunter. And while I was pregnant with Killian, I regained the 30, so I was the exact same weight on delivery day for both of them, which is super duper weird. And for the past few years, after 2 bouts of postpartum depression that I almost didn't make it out of in one piece and still breathing, I was served with divorce papers in October, and took a few months to really kind of sit with that and roll that around in my brain and come to terms with what all that means with moving forward in my life. I feel like most people don't go to the trouble of getting married and getting into a long-term relationship expecting it to come to an abrupt halt. But it did, so here we are, coping with it, adapting to things. And at current, my ex-husband and I are still living together until everything is officially finalized through court. But we have been separated since October, and honestly, we've been on the outs for at least a year before that, if not 2 years before that. So that's fun. But Adam was gone for the past 4 months for temporary duty elsewhere, not here with us. And while he was gone, I had a lot of time when I didn't have to interact with him, mostly in a negative manner. As I'm sure you can imagine, 2 people are divorcing, still living under the same roof is not a lot of fun for anybody involved, but I want to present as many opportunities as possible for him to still spend time with our children, regardless of my presence or not. But he was gone for 4 months, so I took the opportunity to start eating the way that I know is right for my body, which, even though he is a fairly in-shape man, when you are a woman of much smaller stature, eating what is healthy for a man who is nearly half a foot taller than you is not necessarily the healthiest option for you. So I've been eating the way that is best for me. I've been drinking more water. I don't drink coffee creamer anymore. I've cut back on the quantity of coffee I consume. I only drink 2 cups a day now instead of 5 or 6. And when I say cups, I mean a 16-ounce mug of coffee. I was drinking a lot of coffee. But in the past few months, I have also spent a lot of time with someone who has become very important to me and is a shining positive force in my life that I didn't realize I was missing until I met him. So that's nice. That I won't say that he makes me happy, but he reminded me that it's okay for me to be happy, and that as a person, as Randy, not as mom or wife, but as me, I am deserving of happiness. And for a long time, thinking anything like that, I would consider it to be such a horrible, selfish thing, because when you become mom, your whole life gets kind of, and identity is sort of obliterated by having children. Everywhere you go, you're not addressed by your name. You are addressed by your husband's last name, or you are simply called mom. Don't get me wrong, I love being a parent. I love being mom. I wouldn't trade my kids for the world, but that loss of identity was really hard for me. And I feel like having someone say to me in a positive way, well, what about your happiness? When are you going to start thinking about yourself? I needed somebody to say that to me. So I'm glad that I was receptive to it, because my entire life has turned around in such a positive way in 4 months that it's ridiculous. So when I started making YouTube videos just a few years ago, about 2.5 years ago now, I believe. Yeah, about 2.5 years ago. I was about 190 pounds. 4 months ago, I was 179 pounds. I am now 157 pounds, so I've lost 20 pounds-ish, give or take a couple pounds, in the past 4 months. So about 5 pounds a month. That's pretty decent weight loss, but it's not so rapid that it's going to be hard to keep it off, which is what I was going for. Losing a pound or 2 a week is about on par to keep it off. So I'm getting there. My goal is 150 for now. Ultimately, maybe I can get down a little bit farther, but really I'm just looking to tone up at this point. I'm not terribly 100% concerned with what the scale says, because I have dropped several sizes in clothing, as I'm sure many of you have noticed. I mean, yeah, I'm shrinking in a good way. It feels good. I like being able to wake up and have a little bit of energy. Don't get me wrong, I still have 2 kids that occasionally wake up all night long, and a cat that likes to groom my hair and on my head while I'm sleeping. So some nights I still sleep like garbage, but I wake up most mornings and don't want to curl up in bed and just cry and not face my children or the world. I wake up and I'm ready to go and kick some ass and get things done. So, no matter where you're at in your fitness or wellness journey, whatever it is, if you want to lose weight to be healthier, if you're trying to get toned up, if you are losing baby weight, if you need to lose weight to have surgery, whether the surgery is cosmetic or something that honestly will change your life in a positive way and is medically necessary, sometimes you still need to lose weight for that to happen. Wherever you're at in your fitness journey, Don't give up. It is never too late. It doesn't matter if you're 20, it doesn't matter if you're 60, it doesn't matter if you're 80. There's a woman who's a professional competitive bodybuilder and she is gorgeous and in amazing shape. And I am so jealous of the shape that she is in, but I don't know if I would ever want to get that cut. Just personal preference. I'm more about lean toning. That's more my thing. Not really looking for big muscles. So I hope that you are all having an amazing whatever time it is when you're watching this. And thank you so much for sticking around through this whole video where I rambled a lot about myself. But no matter where you're at in your fitness journey, if you're totally happy in your body, that's even better. Do what makes you feel good and healthy and happy. Because honestly, when your body feels good, it's a lot easier to be a happier person. Even if you still wear all black and paint your nails black, because you're an emo kid at heart. So thank you so much everybody for watching, and I will catch you guys all in the next video. Take care of yourselves and be kind to each other.